you know, 5 gallons of water, weighs in at 42, 45 pounds, something like that with the can. And you pick them up and you test them, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's going to be pretty easy.
I'm a firm believer in farmer's carries. You know, 95 pounds is a little bit more than normal. So, you know, I'm sure my traps will feel that tomorrow. But that's, you know, that's a test of, you know, present holsters all day, every day in jiu-jitsu, I think helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, you know, that was out of my wheelhouse for sure. So, I mean, that first event was hell. So, you know, this is a turtle race for sure. And, in a lot of ways, so I think the guys are figuring that out a little bit. There's a little bit of sprinting in there, but it's a whole lot of just do the right thing, you know. So.
But when the fatigue settles in and you've got to utilize your, you know, your shoulders to absorb recoil and also stay still with your sights on target, that's what the challenge is. I'm
in pretty decent shape. That being said, I mean, my legs are they're jello right now, and that's, you know, that's me not doing my part. You know, on that part or that side of conditioning, but outside of that, I think the only thing that's really keeping me in line with some of these guys is fundamental shooting. You know, getting my pistol shots at 25 yards. You know, I threw a few here at the rifle at the distance shots, but you know, a little bit of that was you know, me rushing, pushing through things, not seeing what I need to see. So all 100% my fault. Just you know, not taking the time to get the sight picture I needed. Tough, humbling. You know, a lot of really skilled guys out here that are in far better shape than I am. Like I said, I mean, I shot a lot of matches and nothing remotely, you know, I've never hit the failure point. We're pretty damn close to it right now. You know, a lot of people running their mouth on the internet, especially the Instagrams. You know, people want to say what they want to say, but you know, it doesn't matter. You're not out here, and you know, I get people didn't get invited, but at the same time, you know, where's all your Insta famous guys?
Hey guys, I'm Nate Stokes from Advantage Group, and welcome to the Gear Locker. Today's episode of the Gear Locker is brought to you by the folks at Prime One. We're going to talk about the Silencerco Omega. This is what I consider to be one of the state-of-the-art suppressors in the industry. It's not the most modern, not the most magic materials used in its construction, but it's a reliable, rugged, durable suppressor with a ton of versatility. It's a 30 caliber can. What that means is I can shoot bullets from 5.56 up through 30 caliber all the way to 300 Win Mag from this one can. The versatility that gives me is the ability to mount it on an AR-15 platform rifle or mount it on a hunting caliber rifle, for instance, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, anything smaller than 30 caliber. Some really neat functions of the can are the ability to change out this end cap here. This is the top hat. It gives you some muzzle brake versatility and some added features of a muzzle brake on the end of the can. It also comes off and you can replace it with the flat cap. The flat cap sits flush with the end of the can, and it's going to give you a little bit shorter can. So if you want to mount it on a tactical style rifle and you're not worried about recoil mitigation, that's a great option. The other innovative feature of the Omega is its attachment method. This is the muzzle brake style muzzle device. They also make a flash hider and a couple other variants of the attachment device here on the end of the rifle. The Omega just simply slides over the top, threads on. Once you've got it threaded all the way down, the locking ring locks it into place. If I want to take it off, all I've got to do is release the ring and thread it in the opposite direction. Really neat can, gives you the ability to shoot without hearing protection, which is a really great feature if you're out hunting in the woods or just on a range and you don't want to have to wear ears because it's hot outside like it is today. Great can. Because it's so versatile, it lets you pay for one tax stamp, and you get a can you can use across the entire repertoire of rifles in your safe. So great features from Silencerco and the folks put into the Omega. Take a look at it, get one for yourself.
Hey guys, welcome to Trigger Time TV. Lewis Frost with Phobos Solutions, here with AJ Lafferty of Kinetic Development Group. Today what we're going to spend a little time talking to y'all about is long-range precision and the fundamentals that go into shooting long-range precision. So when we talk about fundamentals, you know, everybody wants to talk about the newest, latest, and greatest advanced this or ninja duck roll that. Well, the bottom line is there are no advanced tactics when it comes to shooting. It's simply the proper application of the fundamentals. So when we talk about long-range precision, we try to talk about them in 5 basic fundamentals. The first is building a steady position. Since we're utilizing a long platform that generally weighs somewhere 10 plus pounds, you can get ultra heavy guns that go into the 20-pound range. You can get really light guns that get way lighter than that. But we'll just say they average around 10 pounds. Holding 10 pounds freehand is incredibly unstable. So when we start talking about long-range precision, we have to build that steady platform, that really steady body position that allows us to control the gun. Then what we're going to talk about is controlling our sights. With the telescopic sights, one of the things that's incredibly important is to align ourselves directly behind it. What we're looking for is that clear eye box with no shadowing on any side. You have to adjust for parallax. And we can talk about parallax in a later episode, guys, but just understand that parallax does exist. So we have to control that. Then we talk about breathing. When we talk about handgun shooting, quite commonly we say the most important thing about breathing is simply to remember to breathe. Well, when we talk about long-range precision, your breath control is very important. Learning how to shoot on that end of that natural respiratory cycle during that natural respiratory pause is incredibly important. If you have to shoot when your body's in that respiratory cycle, it can cause you to have errant shots. The last thing we're going to talk about, guys, is that trigger control. One of the fundamentals of trigger control is body control. We have to understand that simply pulling the trigger on a 13-pound gun, and if we just pull the trigger, that shouldn't disturb our sights a whole lot. But what really does matter is how we control our body, how our body reacts to that explosion. So when you're practicing your long-range precision, guys, think about those elements of the fundamentals, practice them, get out on the range, and stay tuned to Trigger Time TV for more long-range precision tips.